Always remember Schemer's motto. If at first you don't succeed, fake it.
My first gig was inside a car radio. I was playing bass with Tubby and his totally tubular band. But I'm scared, Tubby.
Oh, that's okay now, Grace. Everyone gets scared when they have to do something in front of a whole lot of people.
A lot of people? Oh, no. What if I make a mistake? And what if they don't like me?
Tell me now, do you like the music we play?
Well, sure, Tubby. I love the tunes, and I love playing them.
And share it, why don't you? When you're playing for other people, you're giving them something you love.
You mean playing for them is like giving them a present?
The gift of music, Grace. Giving it is a great way to make friends.
Well, I never thought of it that way. Well, now what do you say, Tubby? Hey, let's make some new friends.
A 1 and a 2 and a...
Tubby was right. I did make friends, and you guys are some of the best.
Oh.
Don't stop. I enjoy the music.
Well, I wasn't playing. It's practicing.
I couldn't tell the difference, Billy. Keep practicing. I'll pretend you're playing.
No, I got some things I got to get to. With this clock, for instance.
I suppose the clock will be happy to be fixed. At least as happy as Trevor was after they fixed him up. But then again, Trevor wasn't completely happy.
Is that so?
Absolutely so. But I'll have to start at the beginning if you want to hear about it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, be my guest.
Trevor the traction engine enjoyed living in the vicarage orchard. Edward came to see him every day, but sometimes Trevor didn't have enough work to do.
I do like to keep busy all the time,
He sighed one day.
and I do like company, especially children's company.
Cheer up, smiled Edward. Sir Topham Hatt has work for you at his new harbor. I'm to take you to meet Thomas today.
Oh, exclaimed Trevor happily. A harbor, the seaside. Children, that will be lovely.
Thomas was on his way to the harbor with a trainload of metal pilings. They were needed to make the harbor wall firm and safe. Hello, Thomas, said Edward. This is Trevor, a friend of mine. He's a traction engine. Thomas eyed the newcomer doubtfully.
A what engine? A traction engine,
Explained Trevor.
I run on roads instead of rails. Can you take me to the harbor, please? Sir Topham Hatt has a job for me.
Yes, of course, replied Thomas, but he was still puzzled. Workmen coupled Trevor's car to Thomas's train, and soon they were ready to start their journey.
I'm glad Sir Topham Hatt needs me,
Called Trevor.
I don't have enough to do sometimes, you know. Although I can work anywhere. In orchards, on farms, in scrapyards, even at harbors.
But you don't run on rails, puffed Thomas.
I'm a traction engine. I don't need rails to be useful,
Replied Trevor.
You wait and see.
When they reached the harbor, they found everything in confusion. Cars had been derailed, blocking the line, and stone slabs lay everywhere.
We must get these pilings passed,
Said Thomas's driver.
They are essential. Trevor, we need you to drag them round this mess. Just the sort of job I like,
Replied Trevor.
Now you'll see, Thomas. I'll soon show you what traction engines can do.
Trevor was as good as his word. He dragged the pilings clear with chains and towed them into position.
Who needs rails?
He muttered cheerfully to himself. Later, Thomas brought Annie and Clarabelle to visit him. Thomas was most impressed. Now I understand how useful a traction engine can be. The coaches were full of children. Trevor gave them rides along the harbor. He liked this best of all. He's very kind, said Annie. He reminds me of Thomas, added Clarabelle. Everyone was sorry when it was time for Trevor to go. Thomas pulled him to the junction. A small tear came into Trevor's eye. Thomas pretended not to see. He whistled gaily to make Trevor happy. I'll come and see you if I can, he promised. The vicar will look after you, and there's plenty of work for you now at the orchard, but we may need you again at the harbor someday. That would be wonderful, said Trevor. That evening, Trevor stood remembering his new friend Thomas, the harbor, and most of all, the children. Then he went happily to sleep in the shed at the bottom of the orchard.
Trevor feels good when he's making other people happy, especially children. I feel the same way, don't you?
Oh, you know I do, Mr. C.
Of course, I don't give children rides, but there are lots of other ways to make people happy. Doing nice things for them, telling them stories, giving them presents, singing to them.
Singing to them?
Time's up. Gotta go.
That was great, kids. Maybe you can be the warm-up act.
What? The warm-up act. That's the group that goes on before the star to get the audience in the right mood.
There is a music concert. If I can't find someone soon to be the star of the show, I'm going to have to cancel it.
Oh, no. I wonder why Billy hasn't tried out.
Billy? I've never seen Billy play.
Well, neither have I, but I have heard him. Sometimes when he's in his workshop all alone, I can hear him playing his guitar and singing, and he's wonderful. Through the door.
Stacy, I don't think Billy's gonna do it. He told me he only likes playing for himself.
Sounds to me like Billy has stage fright.
Mom, you think Billy's scared?
No, not scared, but he's shy to sing in front of people.
Maybe no one's ever given him a chance to show how good he is. Maybe all we need to do is ask him.
Well, somebody better ask him right away. Because if Billy doesn't work out, then there's nobody left to ask, and I'll have to cancel the concert.
Hey, not so fast, not so fast.
Not again.
That's right, we're the not agains. Hey, now it seems too good to be true. And you know what? It is too good to be true.